Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi saṅghāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi saṅghāṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saranāgamaṇaṃ sampunnaṃ Pānātipātā vēramaṇī sikkhapaдаṃ samādhiyāmi, Adinādānā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, Kāmesu miccācārā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, Musāvādā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, Surāmēraya majjapamā daṭṭhānā vēramaṇī sikkhapadaṃ samādhiyāmi, Tisaraṇena saddhiṃ pañcasīlaṃ dhammaṃ sādhukaṃ surakkitaṃ kattvā appamādena sampādetabbhaṃ. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Dear pious children and faithful devotees, today you have gathered here to participate in monthly English Dhamma sermon. As usual, I'm going to teach you some teachings of the Buddha so that we can apply them into our everyday life and lead a very good life as good Buddhists according to the Buddha's teachings. Therefore, today I selected one of the important discourses delivered by the Buddha. Based on that discourse, I'm going to explain to you some teachings so you can learn them, listening carefully to the teachings, to the sermon, so that you can remember. You can remember the Dhamma. Afterwards, you can apply what you remember. These three things are very important when you listen to a sermon. We must listen carefully. That is the first step. When you listen carefully, you can remember. If you don't listen carefully, then we don't remember much of the sermon. Therefore, listen carefully and attentively, paying proper attention to the sermon, so that we remember what I'm going to explain to you. And after remembering, you can apply them into your everyday life. It is very important. Learning the Dhamma is not enough. We should be able to apply them. We should be able to use them in our everyday life. Then only we can get benefits from the teachings of the Buddha. Therefore, it is really important to follow these 3 steps. Listen carefully and attentively, and remember them and apply them. Then only we can get benefits from the teachings of the Buddha. So today I selected the discourse Chula Kamma Vibhanga Sutta. That is one of the popular discourses of the Buddha. It explains about the Kamma. The meaning of the title, the shorter exposition of the Kamma. There is another discourse named Mahakamma Vibhanga Sutta, and that is the longer explanation of Kamma. This is short explanation of Kamma. Buddha teaches about this Kamma. Kamma is very important fact, very important teaching in Buddhist teachings. The simple meaning of the word Kamma is action or doing, action. And it is not mere action, but intentional actions. Intentional actions. When we do intentional actions, those actions can give or produce consequences, results. If we do actions with good intentions, they produce good results. If we perform actions with bad intentions, then they produce bad results. So we can differentiate them into 2 groups, good karma and bad karma. Or we also can say wholesome karma, unwholesome karma. When the Buddha says, when we perform such actions, then we should be responsible on our own actions. That is the theory. When we do actions, someone else is not responsible on our own action. It is our own action, and we should be responsible on our own action. That is what the Buddha is going to teach in that discourse, Chula Kamma Vibhanga Sutta. When we do actions and they have the ability to produce results, these results will be produced or experienced in different times. Sometimes we may experience the results or consequences of the action in this very life. In this very life. It is called Ditta Dhamma Vedaniya Kamma. Ditta Dhamma Vedaniya Kamma. That means if we do good or bad action, both actions are counted here, good or bad actions. Sometimes the results will be experienced by the doer in this very life. It is Ditta Dhamma Vedaniya Kamma. Sometimes the consequences will be experienced in the second life, next life. It is called Aparapara Vedaniya Kamma. Sometimes some actions will be experienced throughout the samsara. Throughout the samsara. That means until we are going to attain the liberation, arahanthood, we may have many lives sometimes. If we are not going to attain the liberation, we may have many lives. And throughout the lifetime, there is a possibility to experience the consequences of our own karma. And even in the last life of the liberation, that means the life that person is going to attain liberation, Buddhahood or Arahantship or even silent Buddhahood, in that life also they may experience some consequences of some actions, some karmas. And after attaining enlightenment, there is no more karma to experience because there is no more birth. So that is how we experience the consequences, the results of our own karma. One day, there was a person. Buddha was living in Jetavana monastery. Jetavana monastery. And while the Buddha was living there, this person called Subha, he went to meet the Buddha. He went to meet the Buddha, and his father is Todeya. Todeya's son, Subha. Subha went to meet the Buddha and exchange some greetings with the Buddha. When we meet someone, we exchange some greetings, right? We ask, how are you doing? These things we ask, the common questions. In the same manner, Subha and the Buddha shared the greetings with each other. After asking some questions, after finished that talk, he sat down aside at one side. Then, when he had done so, Subha asked from the Buddha, Master Gautama, the Buddha, what is the reason? What is the condition? Why inferiority and superiority are met with among the people, among the human beings? Subha asked from the Buddha this question. Among mankind, that was the question. That means some human beings are inferior and some human beings are superior. Then the Subha asked, what is the reason for that? What is the condition for that? That was the question asked by Subha. For one meets short-lived. That means some people don't live long. And some people live long. Some people live long. And some people mostly get sick. Mostly get sick. Everybody gets sick. But some people so often get sick. So often get sick. But some people are so healthy. They don't get sick that often. Sometimes we have heard, especially some people, they may say they have never seen a doctor in their lifetime. They don't get sick that often. So the Subha asked this question from the Buddha. Some people get sick so often, but some people don't get sick that often. They are healthy. And some people are unpleasant looking, while some people are pleasant looking. Some people are unpleasant looking or ugly, we can say. Some people are pleasant looking. It is pleasant to see those people, nice people. And some people are insignificant, or while the other people are influential people. Some people are insignificant and some people are influential. And some people are very poor, while some people are very rich. Some people are poor, some people are very rich. And some people are low-born. That means they don't have a good status in the society. They are like outcasted. People don't respect them sometimes in the society. These kind of people are there. While other people are highborn, everybody respects them. Everybody respects them. And some people are not so wise. They are stupid kind of people. They don't understand things properly. They don't understand things properly. So therefore, they are not so clever. They are not so wise. While some people are so wise, very clever. They can understand things. They can learn things. Understand, learn, study, remember. They can do all those things. Therefore, they are so wise and clever. And the Subha asked from the Buddha, what is the reason for these differences? And what are the conditions for these differences? Why superiority and inferiority are met with the human beings, among the human beings? Why these kind of differences are there? This was the question asked by this young man, Subha, Todeya's son. Then the Buddha said, a student, beings are owners of karma. Beings are owners of the karma. They own their karma. And heirs of karma. Heirs of karma. They have karma as their progenitor. They have their karma as their progenitor. They own their karma and they hear their karma, and also karma as their king. Karma as their king. King is the leader, right? That is the role played by a king. He is the leader. He guides the society. In the same way, karma is the guidance or ruler of a person. And karma is as their homing place. Karma is as their homing place. And also, it is the karma that differentiate beings according to inferiority and superiority. This is the answer given by the Buddha when Subha asked that question. Why people are different in the society? Then Buddha said, it is because of their karma. It is because of their karma. Then Subha said, I do not understand the detailed meaning of Master Gautama's utterance. Buddha in short explained in that manner. So Subha said, I don't understand what you said in short. Therefore, please explain with details so I can understand the detailed meaning of the utterance of the Master Gautama. So Subha asked from the Buddha to give some explanations on this utterance, on these teachings of the Buddha. Then Buddha said, all right then, listen carefully, attentively, and I'm going to explain to you the detailed meanings of my short utterance, Buddha said. And afterwards, Buddha started explaining one by one. Buddha says, some woman or man is a killer. Some woman or man is a killer of living beings. They kill living beings. And murderers, bloody-handed, when they kill living beings, it could be animals, human beings, or any living beings. They kill others, given to blows and violence. They practice violence in the society. They harm others, they kill others, merciless to living beings. merciless to living beings. They have no kindness, no compassion for the living beings. They kill. And due to having performed and completed such karmas, such actions, that means killing living beings, on the dissolution of the body, after death, that person reappears in a state of deprivation. That means having performed so many killing, when they die, they get reborn in a lower realms, deprivations, painful status, painful places. There are many places beings can be reborn. Not only this human realm, but there are many realms. Beings can be reborn according to their karma. According to their karma. And in an unhappy destination, they may be reborn in deprivation, in an unhappy destination, or in perditions, painful places, painful and difficult places, in hell. In hell, they may get reborn in hell even. And if on the dissolution of the body after death, instead of his reappearing in the state of deprivation, in an unhappy state, unhappy place, in perdition, in the hell, he comes to the human world. This person may not be reborn in those lower realms, in the hell or purgatory states. Instead, she may come to human world and will be a human being. And after coming to human birth, human life, then what would happen to that person? That person will not experience long life. He or she may have short life. Why? What is the reason? Because in her or his previous life, he or she did lots of killing. Lots of killing. Killing means we violate the rights of other beings living, right? We violate the rights of other beings living. So, that person having performed so many killing, he may experience the karma if the person doesn't go to the hell, lower realms, purgatory status. In case he comes to human realm, then he or she will experience the short life. Sometimes you may have seen some people die very young age, very, very young age. Sometimes when they are little boys and girls, sometimes they are in their youth age, sometimes when they are in their middle age. Sometimes people experience death in their early life. Buddha says, if people had done lots of killing in their previous lives, that is a reason to have a short life, a short life. After that, the Buddha says, but there are some other people, they having abundant killing, killing of living beings, they don't kill living beings. They abstain from killing. They abstain from killing living beings, lays aside the rods and lays aside the knives. That means they don't use any weapons, to harm, kill others. They put aside all those things. And considerate and merciful dwells, compassionate for the welfare of all the living beings. Due to having performed such karmas, then what would happen? They may be reborn in happy destinations, happy places, heavenly realms, heavenly places. And if they don't reborn in heavenly realms, instead come to human world, human realm, that woman or man, that girl or boy may experience long life. They may experience longevity. Why? Because they abandon killing. living beings. They abstain from killing living beings. That is why we all Buddhists, we observe 5 precepts, right? Yes, we observe 5 precepts. Among the 5 precepts, what is the first one? Banadaraulpotha, right? I abstain from killing living beings. If you practice these precepts, if you practice and protect this precept, you don't have to worry about that bad karma, because you don't harm, you don't kill living beings. Therefore, it is very important. So you can understand here why some people experience short life and some people experience long life. That is the cause and condition according to the Buddha's teachings. And then Buddha says, but here some man or woman having abundant killing of living beings, abstain from killing living beings, lays aside rods and lays aside all the weapons, and practice compassionate actions, practice loving kindness, practice good actions, kind actions, verbally, physically, do good actions. Then those people generate, accumulate good karma, which will be a reason to have a long life. This is very important thing to remember. If they come to human world, they experience the good life, long life. And next one, then the Buddha says, there are some man or woman, they harm living beings with his hands or with clothes or with sticks or knives. Sometimes there are people, they harm, they hurt others. They use different weapons, sometimes knives, sometimes sticks, or even guns, various kinds of weapons. They may use those weapons to hurt others, harm others. These kind of things they will do. They perform those hurtful actions using hands or weapons or any other things. Then having performed those actions, when they come to die, when they come to the last moment of their life, then they may be reborn in painful status, deprivations, hell realm, lower realms. If they don't get reborn in those places, instead they come to human realm, then what would happen to them? Then they will lead to sickness. They will lead to sickness. They may get sick very easily. Sometimes the people get reborn. From the day they are born, they have sickness, various kind of illnesses. From their young age, they have various kinds of sickness. Sometimes they may have sickness, incurable sickness. They cannot recover. Even though they take medicine, they cannot recover. Throughout their lifetime, they have to get medicine. So for this reason, Buddha says, the causes and condition for those kinds of sicknesses in their previous lives, they have harmed other beings, living beings, doing various kinds of actions, using various kinds of weapons or even hands. So that is the reason, for this kind of harmful, this kind of sicknesses. Sometimes there may be some other beings, other human beings, they may abandon all the weapons, sticks, knives, or whatsoever, gun, or whatsoever. And they don't harm others, hurt others. Even with their own hands, they don't hurt others. Sometimes There are some people, they don't recognize it. They don't recognize it, but just for fun, enjoyment, they may hurt other living beings. Have you seen such people? Yes, sometimes there are such people in the society. They play with living beings. They don't recognize if I play with living beings in a harmful way, those living beings get hurt as same as I get hurt, but they don't care. They only think about their happiness and they enjoy when other beings get hurt and experience pain. This is a kind of bad mental state. But some people, they recognize it and they don't harm, hurt, or give any pain to living beings. They abandon all the weapons. Even they don't play with small creatures. Small creatures, small animal, they don't play. They have compassionate thoughts, kindness towards small creatures. They don't harm or hurt. So after death, they may be reborn in better realms, like heavenly realms. Instead, they come to human realm, then what would happen to them? That boy or girl, that man or woman will experience good health. Good health. In the time of the Buddha, there was a monk. Then he was practicing meditation. He was practicing walking meditation. Then he practiced so much. He was a good monk, very well disciplined and very good monk. He didn't do anything bad in that life. But suddenly, he became blind. He became blind. In that life, he didn't do bad things. He became blind. Then this news went to the Buddha. Then Buddha explained why he became blind. In one of his previous lives, he was a doctor. He was a doctor. So one day, one woman came to this doctor and she had a eye sickness. And she informed to the doctor, I'm having this sickness. Please give me some medicine. But I don't have money to pay you. I don't have money. Instead, if you recover me from this sickness, my children and I will become a servant. We will become servants for you throughout the lifetime. Throughout the lifetime. So doctor said, okay, then I will give you medicine. So he gave medicine to this woman, this lady. Now gradually she is recovering. Gradually she is recovering. And now she got to think the seriousness of her promise to become a servant throughout the lifetime. But at that time, at the beginning, she didn't think much about it. So she now doesn't want to be a servant. So what did she do? She lied. She lied. She said, Doctor, my eyes are becoming worse and worse and worse. But you can't lie to doctors, right? You can't lie to doctors. Doctors know. They know what is going on. So this doctor came to know that this lady is lying. So he thought, all right, I will do something for you. So he gave some other medicine, put into eyes. Then what happened? She became totally blind. She became totally blind. So because of that bad action of that doctor in this life, this monk became a blind person. His name is Chakkupala, Venerable Chakkupala. So that is the reason he became a blind person, because in his previous life he harmed that lady. He made that lady blind. So here we can understand through that story what the Buddha was explaining. But if we don't harm others with our hands or weapons or knives or sticks or whatsoever, then that person will experience good health. So that is another thing to think about here. Then Buddha explained the next one. Buddha says, there are some men and women, they get angry very much, much given to rage. Even when little is said, he or she is furious. Small thing only. When a small thing is said to that person, he or she make it a big deal and become a furious person, or angry, or ill-disposed and resentful. Ill-disposed and resentful. He shows ill temper, and hate and surliness. Hate and surliness. Due to having performed these kind of actions, anger, hatred, hot-tempered people. Sometimes we can see such people. Very small thing only you say, they become very angry. They want to really fight. They want to fight, making it a big deal, big problem. So when people perform these kinds of actions, becoming angry people, then after death, they may go to lower realms, deprivations, or even hell realm. Instead, if they come to human world, human realm, then they will bring that consequence of that action, angriness. So what would happen to them? They will become unpleasant, not pleasant to see. It is because of anger. Therefore, anger is very dangerous, right? We all like to be beautiful, isn't that so? To be nice people. Therefore, what should we do? We shouldn't get angry. We shouldn't get angry. All right? It is very important. But there are some other people, they don't get angry very often. Even so much is said to them, they are so calm. They are so patient. They can bear what other people say. So compassionate, so calm. They don't get angry that often. They don't become furious. They don't become hot-tempered. They don't become hateful. So they live a calm and a patient life. Then after that, what would happen to them? They may get reborn in heavenly realms. Instead, they come to human world. What would happen? They come to human world with that good karma. Then they become nice boys and nice girls. Good-looking girls and good-looking boys. Handsome-looking people. Very nice. Do your parents say to you, you are beautiful, you are nice? Sometimes, do they say so? Yes, right? Yes, it is because you are beautiful. You are nice and cute. Why? What is the reason? In your previous life, You had been compassionate and patient. Because of that reason, in this life also, you are so nice. So do you want to be hot-tempered person this life? No, you don't want to be a hot-tempered person in this life. So next life is also you are going to be more beautiful. Next life you are going to be more beautiful. All right. Therefore, always learn how to be patient. It is very important quality to be patient. We should practice patience. It is very important. So that is how it happens. That is how it happens. Uh, when a small thing is said by your mother or father, are you going to get angry? No, right? Yes, good children don't get angry. People who know the teachings of the Buddha don't get angry because they know the consequences. They know the results. Therefore, we got to learn these teachings from the Buddha. Buddha is a kind of savior because he shows us how to protect ourselves by being good people. And then Buddha says there are some other people, they are so envious, and begrudges, envious and begrudges, and harbors envy about others' gain. That means so jealous. So jealous and harbors envy for others' gain. When other people get something, gain something, then what would happen to them? They become so jealous and they want to do something about it. They want to do something about it. When other people get respect, they can't bear it. When other people get some gifts, offerings, or something like that, they can't see it. They can't bear it. When other people get some other benefits, they can't accept. They can't see. It is because of their jealousy. Then what would happen? Because of this jealousy, they may be reborn in lower realms after death. Instead, if they come to human realm, then what would happen? They will lead a life of insignificance. Life of insignificance. Other people don't like the person. Insignificance. But there are some other people, they don't become jealous. They don't practice life of, they don't harbor envy. They are so happy to see other people's gain. If other people do well, then they congratulate them. They congratulate them. We also should learn to see other people's good things. Sometimes if there are some students, if some students are doing well in the class, they become jealous. They become jealous. Then they want to do something bad. Do you know the story of Angulimala? That is what happened to him. He was a good boy. His name is Ahinsaka. The meaning of the name Ahinsaka, innocent one. But later he became a serial killer. He killed thousands of people. Why? He was doing well in the class. He was doing well in the class and studied very well and won the heart of the teacher and teacher's wife as well. Then other students, other friends in his class were jealous because he was doing good. So what did they do? They lied to the teacher and broke the heart of the teacher with this ahinsaka. So teacher had to make a plan so that ahinsaka will be punished. That is why teacher requested him to go and collect 1,000 fingers, because he expected when he was going to collect 1,000 fingers, some people may kill him, or even the soldiers of the king may kill him. That is what his plan was. So here we can understand, because of jealousy, envy, uh, very bad things can happen, right? Very bad things can happen. Therefore, we should not practice this bad quality. We should avoid being jealous. We should have a good heart so we can see the good things of other people. We can accept when other people do well in the society, do well in their whatever everyday things, whatever career, in studies, or wherever they are doing well. Whenever they are doing well, then we don't become jealous. We are so happy to see. So it is also very important thing to learn here. If we become such a person, then because of that karma, whenever, wherever we are born, others may respect us, venerate us. They will say he is a good person. They have respect for us all the time. They honor us, venerate us, respect us, salute us because of that good quality. And there are some other people, they also perform bad actions. There are some women and men. They uh, don't practice giving. They don't practice giving. They don't give anything. They don't give food. They don't give drinks, water, or anything. They don't give clothes. They don't give sandals. They don't give garlands, perfumes, whatsoever things. They don't give. They are so greedy. They don't give. Don't give to anybody. Don't give to monks. Don't give to religious people. Don't give to needy people. Don't give to even animal. They don't practice giving. Even somebody else is giving, what would this person say? This person will go and say bad about. Are you such a stupid person? Why are you giving to him or them? Don't give. Giving is not a good thing. Something like that. There are such people in the society. So when they practice such actions, then what would happen? When they die, they get reborn in lower realms, hell realms, purgatory states, sometimes in realm of hungry ghosts. They are hungry ghosts. They don't have good food to eat. They suffer because of hunger and thirst. It is because they didn't practice generosity while they were living in human realm. That is the reason. But there are some other people. They practice giving a lot. They give, they share. Whenever it is possible, they share. They share, they offer to the Buddha. They share with monks. They share with family and relatives. They share with friends. Sometimes if there are needy people, poor people, they go and help them, support them. If they see young children in some places, some countries, they go and help them. They are not greedy. They are not greedy. So they have this open hands. They are willing to give. They are willing to share. Then when they give and share, then what would happen? When they die, they get reborn in better place, heavenly realms, happy destinations. Instead, they come to human realm, then what would happen? They have all the basic needs. They don't have to worry about anything. Sometimes they are born in rich families, or sometimes they are born with facilities. They don't have to worry about food. They don't have to worry about home. They don't have to worry about clothes, medicine, water, all those things. They don't have to worry about all those things. Therefore, we should practice giving, dana. It is very important. There was one person. This person, in one of the other Buddha's time, Kashyapa Buddha, in very long time ago, one of the other Buddhist, other dispensation. In Kashyapa Buddha's time, then this person saw some people were offering something to uh, some people, some religious people. Then this person came and criticized them, blamed them. Why are you giving these things to these people? It is such a waste. Don't give. Instead, throw these things away. That is what he said. Don't give to these people. So what would happen to him? He was uh, born to a courtesan. He was born to a courtesan and he was a boy. Then this courtesan didn't want to have him. So what did she do? She threw away this boy, little tiny boy, into a charnel ground where the dead bodies are thrown away. Then luckily he could survive. Luckily he could survive. And later Buddha also came there and some people also gathered there. So he was taken care of. He was taken care of. It is because of that saying, that criticism, his mother said, this is not a good thing. Don't ever say such thing. Go and ask pardon from them. Go and ask pardon from them. And he said, okay, I will go and ask pardon. He understood the mistake. And afterwards he gave a dana, porridge dana. Because of that reason, he could survive. He didn't die. But he was thrown away because he said, what did he say? You don't give these things to these people, these monks. You better throw away this food. That is what he said. Because of that reason, his life was thrown away. Luckily, he had asked pardon from the monks and given a dana of porridge. Because of that reason, he could survive, luckily. So see the consequences of bad actions. This is also very important. And another thing is, there are some other people, they are so, we can say, abjurate or kind of haughty, so pride. They are so pride, so arrogant, we can say, so arrogant. And they don't pay respect to anybody. They don't pay homage to the Buddha. They don't pay homage to religious people. They don't respect to parents. They don't respect to teachers, elders, elderly people. They don't respect. They don't give way to whom the way should be given. They don't give a seat to whom the seat should be given. They don't rise up when some respected people come. Sometimes they are, because of their pride, because of their ego, because of their arrogance. Because of that reason, they may go to the lower realms after death, lower realms. Instead, if they come to human realm, then what would happen? Then they may not be get respect from the society. They may be blamed. They may be rejected. They may be rejected. It is because of their arrogance. Because there are some people, they are arrogant because of various reasons. Because of their wealth, because of their beauty, because of their educational background, if they have good education. Because of various reasons, people become arrogant. But there are some other people, they don't practice such a life. They don't have such thoughts. They are not obtuse, and they are not haughty, and they pay respect to whom should be respected. They respect to the Buddha, monks, elders, parents, teachers. They respect others. So because of that reason, they get reborn in heavenly realms. And if they come to human realm, they also get respect. They are reborn in better realms. They are reborn in better families. They don't get blamed from the other people. So it is also very important. There was this monk. His name is Chulapantaka. His name is Chulapantaka. His elder brother became a monk. And he practiced the Dhamma, and he became an enlightened person. So this younger brother, Chulapantaka, was also requested to become a monk. And he also became a monk. And he tried to study some stanzas. He spent 3 months, couldn't remember just single stanza. Every day he tried and tried and tried, but he couldn't remember. However, after Buddha's guidance, he attained liberation. I am telling you the story in short. He attained the liberation and he could remember the Dhamma. So Buddha said, explained why he couldn't remember the stanzas, a single stanza, just after memorizing for 3 months. Because in one of his previous lives, he was a monk. He was a very good monk, well-educated monk. He could remember so many things, so many stanzas, so many discourses. So because of that reason, he became pride, arrogant, and he made fun on some other weak students. He made fun on some other weak students. Because of that karma, in this life, he was not able to memorize anything. Because he said other people are not clever, so and so. He joked them. He laughed at them. Therefore, it is not a good thing to laugh at slower students, right? There may be some other slower students. They may not be able to understand or remember as fast as you. But we should not laugh at them. We should not bully them. We should not say anything bad to them. So it is very important to know those things. In this manner, the Buddha said, these are the causes and conditions to experience those things. Then there are some other people. When they go to religious people, they don't ask what is good, what is wholesome, what is right, what should be done, what should not be done. These questions they don't ask from them, they don't learn from them. So because of that reason, if after death, they might be reborn in lower realms. Instead, if they come to this life, human life, then what would happen? They become unwise, not so clever. But there are some other people. They may go to monks, they may go to religious people, they may go to teachers, and they may ask what is good, what is bad, what is wholesome, what is unwholesome. They may learn these things. Having learned all those things, they will practice. They will learn and practice and lead a good life, wholesome life. Because of that reason, if they not reborn in heavenly realm, instead come to human world, they may enjoy, they may be wise, they may be clever, wise and clever. They can understand things properly. So Buddha explained those things in that manner. Buddha explained those things. So Buddha said, those are the reasons. People become short-lived because of killing. People become long-lived because of not killing. People become sick because of hurting and harming other beings. People become healthy because of not harming and hurting others. People become unpleasant because of they get angry very easily. People become pleasant looking. It is because they don't get angry and they practice compassion. So in this manner, Buddha explained, and people also become wise and unwise because they ask questions from religious teachers and they don't ask questions from religious teachers, what is good and what is bad. And people become rich and poor because those who practice generosity, giving, they become rich. They have the basic needs when they come to human world. But those who don't practice generosity, they don't give and they become really, really poor. In this manner, Buddha explained to them. Buddha explained to this young person. After listening to these explanations, he was so happy. Subha, the Todeya's son Subha, he was so happy and he said, "Oh, it is magnificent, magnificent, Master Gautama. It is really, really nice. It is a very good teaching. I like your teaching. I understood so much." So he admired the Buddha. He expressed his appreciation to the Buddha. And afterwards, he said, "It is like you are showing the path to someone who is lost. It is like you are holding a candle, someone who is in darkness, so can see the things." It is something like you are turning something up which was down, which was covered. So in this manner, he admired the Buddha's explanation on this karma. And he said afterward, "Master Gautama, I want to become a follower of yours." So later on, he became a follower of the Buddha after listening to this sermon, Chula Kamma Vibhanga Sutta. So you also learn something very important now. You learn the consequences of bad actions and good actions. And now you know what would happen if you do certain bad actions and what would happen if you do certain good actions. All right. Therefore, please apply these things into your everyday life and you can lead a good, wholesome, nice life. Nice Buddhist way of life. All right. Then having participated in this sermon and having listened to the sermon, having observed the 5 precepts, you have accumulated merits. We can share these merits with divine beings and departed relatives. May the divine beings receive these merits and enjoy their divine pleasures and power, extend and improve their divine pleasures and power. In return, may they provide you protection and guidance. Having these wishes, let's say this Gatha to share merits with divine beings. Akasattha ca Bhummatta Devanaga Mahiddhika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkantu Sasanang. Akasattha ca Bhummatta Devanaga Mahiddhika Punyam tang anumoditva chirang rakkantu desanang. Akasatta ca Bhummatta Devanaga Mahiddhika Punyam tang anumoditva chirang rakkantu mamparang. Let us share these merits with departed relatives. May our departed relatives receive these merits and go their way peacefully and happily. Finally, may they attain the supreme bliss of Nirvana. Idamme ñātīnaṁ hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Idamme ñātīnaṁ hotu sukhitā. Joy, well-being and happiness in this life and next life also. May you be reborn in better places, better realms. Finally, may we all attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Having these wishes, let us make an aspiration. Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo satan samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya. Idamme punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunjatu. All right, now I'm going to recite a verse of blessings. You may worship the Hamdruvo. Abhivadana silissa niccang vaddhapachayino chattaro dhamma vaddanti ayuvanno sukham balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti minate saminjatu. All right. May the blessings of the Noble Triple Gem be upon you all.